Welcome to the Athletic Conceptual Training podcast, where we highlight trailblazers in health, sports, and entrepreneurship. Today, we're thrilled to welcome a powerhouse in the veterinary field, Serena Pudelski, a registered veterinary technician, CEO, mentor, and social media force behind Vet Tech Trailblazer. Serena has carved a unique lane, empowering vet techs to take control of their careers, grow their income, and embrace a life of purpose and freedom. Whether she's sharing tips, dropping career gems, or just keeping it real with her followers, Serena embodies leadership and evolution in vet med. Let's get into it. Serena, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Happy to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Yes, of course. Um, let's just jump into these questions and get to know who you are.
Sure.
Serena, can you take us back? What originally inspired you to become a veterinary technician?
Well, just like with so many of us, it's not just a job, it's a calling that you
Mm,
usually get at a younger age. So
okay.
just, like a lot of kids, I like animals, I like dogs, I like, when people bring puppies over to my mom's house. It was just a thing that I really liked and brought me peace growing up and just a lot of joy growing up. So when I first got my first job, it was at PetSmart. So I, was around all kinds of different animals.
Yeah.
Um, and I always thought I was going to be a zoologist or a doctor, or working in the zoo, just like every other vet tech when they first start out of knowing what a vet tech is. It's like, let's work at the zoo like everyone else does. And I had no idea there was so many other avenues to pursue
Yeah.
in veterinary medicine.
Awesome. What were some of the biggest challenges you faced early in your career, and how did you overcome them?
Well, I've been an RVT for 17 years. And in the beginning, just like with any other person fresh out of school, having their first big girl job, big boy job, whatever that is, it was just learning communication skills, learning
Yeah.
about myself as an adult, working with others that have different, ethnic backgrounds, work ethics. And I started in research right out of school. So there was, it's in a big college. So it was a lot of different ethnicities, a lot of accents, and just learning how to do my job along with all the other animals and just learning how to interconnect with people.
Yeah. What college was that?
Case Western Reserve in Cleveland.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Hmm.
Your brand, Vet Tech Trailblazer, has become a beacon for many RVTs. What sparked the idea to start sharing your journey online?
um well, honestly, it was a fluke. I wanted to just share my knowledge once I just took a chance and leap of faith on a business course that really spoke to me, and it was a business coach I found online. And once I took her business class, I had started my traveling technician business in 2016. I was
Hmm.
working full time. I had a 2 year old at the time as well.
Hmm.
So I was trying to figure out how to stay in vet med, be a mom, not work 12-hour days,
Yeah.
and still make a difference for people.
Yeah.
So when I took her class, it was all about teaching moms how to build a business from home, working from home. So I took
Awesome.
all of that information, I practiced it in my business, and once I was able to consistently double my income and then triple my income, I'm like, wait a minute, this is actually working.
Yeah.
And I wanted to share that. I'm like, you can actually do this if you implement a few easy steps. It was a whole summer course, doing her course, building mine. So once I really just sat down with it, I'm like, I can teach people how to do this. This isn't that hard. It
Yeah.
just takes consistency and a lot of work. But if you put the legwork in, you have a pretty good system that you can do and still work from home and do all the things.
Awesome. Awesome. What has been the most rewarding moment so far since launching your platform?
Um, just showing veterinary medicine that it can be what you want it to be. Because even just growing up and just in the field, it's just you have to do everything in the clinic. You have to do everything in the clinic. You can't be a vet tech outside of that. Um, and just showing people that it can be possible, showing that I just did it myself. I paved the path for myself when there was none that existed. So just
Yeah.
showing people that if you want it, you can do it, whether you have kids or not. If you want to work for yourself, if you want to work independently, people really thrive in doing things on their own if they have the right personality for it. But it was, really scary 9 years ago, just jumping into the unknown when I had no idea what I was doing.
Mm,
But had I not done that, I wouldn't be where I am today, be able to share what I know.
yeah, that's so inspiring.
Thank you.
You stepped into entrepreneurship in a big way. What does being a vet tech CEO mean to you personally?
Well, being the CEO sounds amazing. It really does. And it is. There are CEO days. You're in charge of the whole thing.
Yeah,
It's not asking for days off. It's not waiting for the paycheck. It's holding all the things, though, as a business owner. It's the duality of being a CEO, being the only one responsible for all the marketing and buying all the things and talking to new people. Um, so until you have, $5 in your wallet, it's easy to say how easy it is until you have to hold the duality of, like, there are dips and ebbs and flows in business, but
yeah,
it can be easy. It's easy until you have to fire a client. It's easy
yep,
until you have to raise your prices.
yep,
But having the freedom to do my own business allows me to serve clients that are meant for me.
yeah.
It helps me release the clients that are not meant for me. I've
Mm,
had months where I've lost 6 clients in a month. I've also had months where I've gained 24. So every day can be something different, and you have to just be able to hold it. It's not easy, but it's not, you can't let the self-doubt win, and you have to just be willing to relax and just let it flow and just realize that you'll be fine. Don't panic. It's just
right.
something that happens in all businesses.
Okay. That's amazing. What are a few practical income growing paths for vet techs that most people overlook?
Um, well, the mobile pet care is the biggest one. The
Hmm.
world is shifting to convenience, to a moving model. Prescribed care in people's homes is a growing need. I
Yeah.
have so many older people that need help, even just getting their pets to the vet for transport, things like that. Um, online care is fine, but on the ground in people's houses where they need it the most, helping with compliant care, even. Um, I have so many clients that just can't give their cats pills or injections or anything like that, or if they go out of town, they have to find someone that they trust. We can be that person for them.
Hmm.
Not every client of mine is sick, not all of that, but a lot of them are just, they prefer someone to live, working in their home with them
Yeah.
and showing them how to do things. And when you take animals to the back all the time, you're not explaining to them what you're doing. So when you're doing it in their home, they're holding for me. So
Mm,
I'm showing them exactly what I'm doing, why I'm doing things a certain way, and I train them how to be my assistant. It
uh-huh.
doesn't, not every client can do that, but it shows them what we're doing.
Yeah. What shifts do you think the vet med industry needs to make in order to better support RVTs and their mental health?
Pay them more. Pay them more.
Yeah.
You are underutilizing the technicians that you have. Um, and a technician should not make more than $35 an hour. You can't expect them to get beat up and yelled at and all the things for less than that.
Yeah.
You have to put your money where your mouth is. You can't just give signing bonuses to people for $5,000 when they come in. You have to put the money into your technicians, but also appreciate them.
Yeah.
So many people are so afraid of, you know, well, you're making too much money, blah blah blah. Like, but you're making, when I worked in clinic, I was making $16 an hour for 4 years.
Yeah.
I was at that clinic for 6 years.
Yeah.
So there was nowhere to go. I couldn't be office manager. I couldn't really do anything. Um, and once I lost my childcare, I'm like, well, I'm just gonna jump in on my own and do it myself
Yeah.
because I'm not valued here. None of my opinions matter. So people need to pay them more, or they're just leaving. They're gonna
Yeah.
make more money at McDonald's, Amazon, all the things. And I see them in different groups.
Yeah.
I'm not making enough. Blah, blah, blah. I don't need three jobs. You should be able to have one job and be able to pay your rent and pay your bills and pay your mortgage and do all the things with one job.
Yeah. If you had the chance to sit down with veterinary hospital executives or policymakers, what's one thing you'd ask them to change?
Standardization across the country,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure. Title protection, 100%. Pay raises. But practice management also needs a lesson in how to practice and manage
Mm,
properly. Not
mm-hmm.
every practice manager is meant to do it.
Yep.
Um, you know, Establishing boundaries. Doctors need time off too.
Mhm.
rotate holidays. But
Mhm.
I feel like once you have increase in pay, everything else, everyone will be able to breathe.
Yeah.
They won't be so burnt out. They can take a day off and not feel guilty having a day off.
Yeah.
So they have to have the coverage, but you can't have the coverage without the pay. So
Right.
once pay increases, you're turning people away. You're having surgery scheduling out 6 months, 8 months in advance. You're having routine visits scheduled 6 to 8 months out.
Mm.
So if you have the staff, you can get them in the door, handle
Mhm.
emergencies as they come, handle all the things that you need to handle. But people are not going to tolerate $20 an hour anymore.
Yeah. Um, how has building a social media brand changed your opportunities within and outside of VetMed?
I've spoken to a few in virtual conferences. That's been a lot of fun.
Oh,
I've done a few career days at elementary schools for my son. And I self-published a book about veterinary medicine in 2023. So it's really just helped me be vocal about what we do as a
yeah,
mobile technician and just being comfortable talking to new people about what we do and all that.
I love that. What's next for you? Any new projects, courses, or ideas you're excited to launch?
Well, I always add new classes and course or new lessons to my course. I have a big course, I have a little course, and I'm always adding 2 to 3, new lessons a year. Because as I learn things, I increase the knowledge in my course. So I
Hmm.
always am working on new lessons for that. I'm also writing another book.
Oh, awesome! I look forward to that. Where can we find this book?
Currently the one about it's a kids book for veterinary technicians. It's on Amazon. Just type in my
Okay.
name, it'll pop up.
Okay.
And then the new book is all about. Well, I just got a puppy in March, so it's all about um, how to handle having a puppy and all the things, even knowing all the things that we know as veterinary technicians, the daily ins and outs of puppyhood, and
Oh,
how much fun it is sometimes potty training and all that stuff.
yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, my sister-in-law just got a puppy, and
Mhm.
she could definitely benefit from that.
Oh, for sure. It's been an adventure for sure. And I took notes every single day about what we're doing. My puppy's almost 5 months old now.
Wow.
So we've made a lot of progress.
Yes.
But the first couple weeks were trench like.
Yeah. Well, thank you for taking time and just quickly giving us an inside look on VetTech Trailblazers CEO.
Thank
Uh,
you for letting me come.
yeah, I definitely want to do a number two, and we can really dive into some of these more intricate questions and thought processes.
Oh, I'd love that for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Well, Serena Pudelski is more than a vet tech. She is a movement. Her voice is redefining how we view career growth, self worth, and innovation in veterinary medicine. Make sure you follow her journey at Trailblazer on Instagram and keep an eye out. She's building something powerful for the next generation of vet pros. To our listeners, if this episode inspired you or sparked ideas, consider supporting our mission by becoming a podcast member or sponsor. Your support helps us spotlight more visionaries like Serena. Until next time, keep pushing the culture forward. Thank you.
That was
Hey guys, this is Ryan from Athletic Conceptual Training. We're serving the Livermore area and we really want to partner with you. Students, if you're ready to get better in basketball, volleyball, tennis, come and check us out. Look at our Instagram. We have a lot of content and we got more coming. We're one of the fastest growing company in the Bay Area and there's no other place to be. Parents, if you really want to unlock the potential of your student athlete, come and partner with us. Or if you yourself want to come out and get some training with Coach Ryan, don't hesitate. All you have to do is click the link below. Unlock your fullest potential. Be ready. Get up, act today. Let's see you soon.